Hi guys, let's go and check out when men fight back against woke people. There is still more content out of it. I love it. This is my favorite type of content to react.
Ma'am, can you stop? Can you stop doing that? Can you stop doing that? Stop being intolerant. Stop being intolerant.
Stop being a child.
You're being very intolerant, ma'am. Man, you're being very intolerant. Ma'am, you're being very intolerant.
I've had enough of
Ma'am, you're being very
Why are you being
intolerant.
so intolerant? Just walk away, ma'am. Ma'am, no, walk away then. Walk away.
Yeah, stop. You're being very intolerant, ma'am.
I've had enough of this.
Then just walk away.
Why are you? You're gonna hurt somebody because you're tired of what you don't. Man, you're very bigoted, man. Get away from me.
I'm not trying to hurt you, I'm just taking your stuff. Make it make sense. His stuff, his belongings, not yours. Even children know better.
You're very bigoted. This is why Christ came down on the cross for people like that. People who are so bigoted, my friends. You can't even act normally with at least decent decorum around people who disagree with you.
The funniest thing about modern leftist ideology is they claim that people are intolerant, but if people were truly intolerant, their ideology just wouldn't exist. In fact, society is so tolerant that people forgot that they can get punched, and so they act like that.
If I had to choose, like, hey, who do you want showing up at your house to try to rescue people from a burning fire? My answer would be big dudes, right? Regardless of their race, because they can get into houses, they can pick up people.
Like, they made like a challenge to try to see how many women like can actually carry a guy who is unconscious because of the fires and stuff. Well, guess what? It was almost impossible. It was so freaking hard. And do you want to really put your life in the hands of such people who cannot do better physically? Like, picked up strongest men to do these jobs that are actually about life or death. You know, we're not talking about doodle cadoodle. We're talking about life and death, all right? Like, let's reality check. Honestly, reality check.
They are able physically to do things that smaller dudes typically, and certainly smaller women cannot. In other words,
Women cannot.
the physical nature of certain
Maybe
jobs
some, but like
does suggest
really
that they
rare.
shouldn't be DEI laden. And what you see is the moment there's an actual crisis, it is a crisis, right? You're showing up at legitimately a burning building, kicking in doors, trying to save lives. The more serious the job is, the more ridiculous it is to focus on DEI. Plane flying, surgeries, firemen, things when people's lives are on the line. I want the baddest ass person who's best able to do the job. I don't give a damn what they look like.
Yeah, it's because we're catering our society to a group of adult children that are so fragile they can't live in reality. And you can say all day that women are better at some things, but if you suggest that men are better at some things, people are going to throw a hissy fit because, again, we're catering our society to grown adults who don't have a grasp on reality. There are consequences to this, by the way. The truth of the matter is reality is unfair and reality is cruel, and because people don't want to accept that, they don't want to accept reality.
My name is Captain Jennifer Wilcox. My pronouns are she, her. I am a Caucasian female wearing a black shirt uniform with eyewear and a black hat.
The fire is happening right now.
You're like, your neighbor's house is on fire. You're like, what? She's fucking wearing a black hat? Come on.
Speed through this. And then the interpreter, who's at everything, he's been busy going crazy. Half the thing he's describing is just the nothing.
The scenery.
The city burned down because you guys didn't prepare properly. And we're talking about what we're wearing. So, like, a blind person listening can, like, oh, okay. Fire lesbian with a black hat and eyewear.
The apocalypse is coming. Wicked, evil, exhibit A of a Hoochi right here. You're probably a Hoochi mama. You probably left your kids with baby daddy. You probably left your kids with your grandma. You're out here living like a whore.
They should have let bro cook. His insults started to intensify at the end. And I can't show you a video that better describes current America. Half of the country's waiting for the second coming of Christ, and the other half is praying to rocks and having orgies.
My question is, along
So
like the
dumb.
ideas
What
of
did they
you
really
wanting
achieve
to,
with
quote,
that?
eradicate transgenderism, how does homosexuality fit into your new America?
Yeah, sure. Well, again, I wouldn't call it a new America. I'd call it America as it was until about 5 minutes ago. I don't think it's all that new. People either misunderstood me or just believed the lying media that defamed me in many cases. But when one says transgenderism ought to be eradicated from public life entirely, one is obviously speaking, as I just said, about an ideology. And the reason it has to be eradicated is because it posits a false view of human nature. It just doesn't describe the truth. Whereas when you describe something like homosexuality, you're talking about behaviors among people that's rather different than an ideology, right? You're not talking about a competing conception of human nature exactly. You're not talking about a competing conception of the relation between the body and the soul. You're not talking about castrating little kids. You're just saying that, some guys like dancing the YMCA outside of a Trump rally. At a Trump rally, it's completely straight, but outside of a Trump rally, it's a little bit more suspect.
The T in LGBT was always going to be the downfall of the LGB. The LGB got their momentum from claiming moral high ground, and the moment the T came in and started saying we should chemically castrate kids, they lost that moral high ground. Yeah. They started to say we couldn't talk about objective reality, and we're willing to use force to enforce that. And that's when they lost all moral high ground. Now nobody cares.
I don't have any coins. All I have is a 50, so no, thank you. No, thank you.
Pickpocket! Pickpocket! Give me it! Give me it! Where's the money? Give me it! Where's the money? Why did you steal the $50? I know. No, I seen it. It's on camera. What the fuck? It's on camera. Why did you steal the money? You get it out your pocket. She has it. We have it on camera. 4K. You're done. No, they took pickpocket. They took my boy's money. What the fuck? Bro, can you get off me? No, they took my boy's money. Call the police? Yeah, I'm calling you. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. If she wasn't racist, she's definitely racist now. Oh, yep. Oh my. Yo, what the fuck? Oh, that's mic audio. Bro, is this like the SWAT team? Oh, they're taking her in. Yo, I know someone's in the comments gonna be like, man, like, she didn't do nothing wrong. She's pretty. Free her.
Nah.
Yo,
what
y'all don't comment that.
All she had to do was get her $50 back and it wouldn't have been an issue. Every good criminal is supposed to know when the jig is up.
What happens if you're trans and you get...
Thank God it was recorded. Because how many people would actually believe him? If it was not recorded. And that is the sad reality. Like, we need to walk around with a camera all the time to just prove our innocence.
Every good criminal is supposed to know when the jig is up.
What happens if you're trans and you get dementia? Like when you're old and you just start forgetting stuff? You just go back to like default settings and then you're just gonna be like, where'd it go?
So he's a 10 out of 10, but he's a hardcore Christian man. What is he now?
0. I'll give him a 4.
And why do you say 0?
I believe in science.
You believe in science while wearing not 1 but 2 crosses around your neck. The cross is...
I didn't even notice! Oh my God.
It's an accessory. It's a religious symbol. Why is Christianity the only religion that's socially acceptable to disrespect?
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get it?
Oh, really? Quentin, would you say this movie teaches girls to be empowered by being violent and vicious, just like boys in the movie?
It empowers women, it empowers girls by the fact that Uma Thurman is a female warrior. She's a female avenger. Right. Revenge is like one of the classic staples in drama. And to have girls not be not only the girlfriends in movies. This is a movie about women. They're not about cute girls going
it's about killer women.
All right, with their butts and their t-shirts that stop below their belly button, asking permission to kick ass. These girls just kick ass. They're warriors. They live by a code of honor, and they die by that code of honor too.
And innocent people die along the way. It's about that kind of thing.
No, innocent people die along the way because unfortunately, that's the story of revenge. Revenge is messy. It never works out the way you want it.
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence?
Because it's so much fun, Jan.
Oh my God. What is this interviewer about? It's a fucking entertaining movie. It is not reality. Also, why are we questioning this just because it's a female lead? Violence. These are the type of people who are like, if you play FPS game, you are a mass murderer. Like, you will be the first in line to go and like do some crazy shit.
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you see, Jan, you're all messed up.
This is what people genuinely think. Like, it's not his fault that you will watch a movie, get inspired by it, and go do crazy shit because you saw it in a movie. If you do that, you are mentally ill. Okay, you are a crazy person and you just needed an inspiration to do crazy shit that you would have done either way. All right, now you just do it in a certain way because you saw it on a screen. You know what I mean? Like, every normal sane person knows the difference between entertainment and reality. They know the difference between seeing something on TV and doing it in real life. Brother.
Because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm talking about the movies. You got to get it straight. Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay, and kids at 12 can tell the difference. You tell their parents that, Quentin.
Why kids at 12 can't say... Really? I have never met a child that would say, oh, but I did it because I saw it on a movie. It was done like that, so I did it. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know. Yeah, I heard like situations that kids would like do crazy shit, but those also like, I don't think it's because of the movie. Majority of the situations, I feel like it's because like the parents are divorced or their parents were absent or they went through really like bad childhood and traumas, PTSD and stuff like that are related to real life. Not because of a movie they have seen.
I saw movies when I was a kid. I saw all the movies that I'm basing my movies on are movies I saw. And yes, kids go to a movie theater, they can tell the difference. Maybe you couldn't when you were a kid, but I could. But you know what, Jan?
Me too.
I don't think I made it for you.
I bet you didn't, and I'm glad you didn't.
Well, don't worry about that, baby.
Non-negotiable, Kill Bill is easily top
So
5
bad.
female leads. It's somewhere up there with Terminator and Mulan. By the way, some of these people's whole identity and livelihood is tied to them finding issues where they don't exist. You're never gonna bend enough for these people. What we need is enough strong men to go shut up. We don't care.
What is he doing? They're mad corny for that.
No one lives in reality. Everyone uses alcohol to avoid their pain. No one's in good shape. No one eats real food. Everyone's given up on their dreams. You need to realize that it is literally so easy to get into the 1% nowadays. If you just look around at all of your competition, everyone is a consumer. Everyone is having their mind and their body hijacked and manipulated by the world around them, and they do not have the presence and health to think for themselves. You need to stop consuming and start creating. Stop thinking and start acting. And most importantly, you need to start filling your mind.
Man, these content creators who go with these inspirational things, with this really inspirational music, motivational, you know, and they just talk and talk and talk and they pretend that they know what they're talking about, you know, while showing you a lifestyle that is not even theirs. Boring, unoriginal.
With things that serve you and inspire you to do more in this life. You have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity sitting in front of you right now, and the only person that is holding you back is yourself.
Wow, really? Wow, okay.
Humans are super endurance creatures, and one of the first forms of hunting was persistence hunting. Persistence hunting is where people would chase and track down animals, and because we have built-in air conditioning, which is basically sweat, we would chase the animals until they overheated and essentially just gave up. It never ceases to amaze me that we're these fragile biological creatures that can look into space, into the infinite of the void, and say, one day I'm going to beat you or die trying. Human power doesn't come from biology. It comes from the ideas that we can't explain that transcends biology. Curiosity, perseverance, the want to be remembered. I guess what I'm trying to say is you only lose if you give up on your task. You can fail a million times and all you got to do is win once. And if you use your perseverance and try 1,000 times, statistically speaking, your chances of winning once just goes up. Your endurance and your perseverance is your greatest asset. The more you endure and the more you...
Still, lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. Now let's go with the doing. I understand completely these inspirational things that people tend to like share with others, so they might influence them. But in my opinion, the best influence is action and success itself. Like when you see someone who is successful, you don't want to just hear him saying inspirational shit, you know? You want to see how they did it. You want to see the lifestyle that they're having. You want to see the work that they put into it. And I get mostly inspired by that. I don't really get inspired by the motivational speeches like this. Yeah, I tend to read, or I do like to read motivational things, but that's when nobody's telling me. It's like I am reading it and I don't imagine a person telling me that, you know? I just take what I think is related or relatable to me.
You persevere, the greater the story told. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content.
Thank
Till
you.
next time.
Thank you. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong in being positive and just sharing positivity. At the end of the day, that's what I want to say. Like, don't think I'm hating on it or whatever. I'm just thinking it's not my thing. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys. Bye.